Okay, countermeasure for rape. Rape is always a trap by others. Rape, even if it was like one of the sickest women that fucking set up your family to be killed, rape of her is still a trap by someone else to kill her and probably you. That's why rape is always wrong. And usually a reminder that it's a trap of others to kill them will stop. Especially when they're drugged. Women are drugged, fake identity. When you attack their fucking security, is a trap of others to kill you.
Meanwhile, search teams have been looking for the missing Malaysia Airlines flight 370, but in the wrong place, it seems. That's the conclusion.
And what else is there? Well, Keklin, that's you. They drug you and they attack Rihanna, and they follow you. So you get in the car and you drive around, like in the neighborhood, people will see it and catch them, like now, all over the damn place, forcing you to go with them. That was the countermeasure I had. That's why you're told to drive around, walk outside, so that they can see you. They can see them. Want to drug you, harassing you, stalking you, while they tell you that you want to be with them and want to hook up with them, but they have my driver's license. And tricking you and lying about you. Not tricking you, lying about you, enforcing. That's the countermeasure. But the countermeasure rate is that, like, stay outside. They should see him assaulting you and stalking you, so other people would see it, and remind them that it's a trap by others to kill them and their family, or hurt them and their family.
That area is the last possible place that they can determine using the evidence that is currently in hand. That's the last possible place this plane can be. But Max, you mentioned the families right off the top. Many of them have been frustrated, and frustrated is not even a strong enough word, for years now as this search has gone on. We reached out to several Chinese families who had people on board that plane that has been missing for so long now, and I'd like to read you some of their statements. There was one person, his name is Zhang Hui, his 73-year-old mother was on the plane, and he told us that I am glad that they finally realized their mistakes.
That's the counter to rape. Well, they rape her every year.
Transparent. I hope they will be more scientific on their estimate. And another person, Lin Xiaolan, her 27-year-old son was on board, and she said that they, meaning the investigators, have no idea how much they've hurt the families of those on board.
I don't know. I didn't hear about it.
It is a waste of our time and our emotions to follow their search.
But that's the countermeasure to rape, and
there might not be a search to follow for that much longer, because even though this report suggests searching a new area.
Not really. Well, when I talk, it's about the massive population and most profiled people, not just the one rapist dude that follows you. But it is a countermeasure that works with most people. What else is there? Oh yeah, the throwing swords, swinging and playing. It's somebody else doing it and blaming it on you. That's why I got so upset at the behavior. Like, when you talk like that, or you're around them, they're drugged and roofied. It's not your... They do drugs. It's not your fault. But they usually, like, attack people, and they call it accident. Or they cause accident. So when you act like that, it's a random fire. Like, those other dudes that don't want to come after you, they're startled, and they might kill you. So... Curtis' point moral: don't harm yourself, don't harm others, and don't joke with violence. So that's why a lot of the accidents are happening. And room space, they're staying at places, they're talking to each other, and when you get too close, they joke, and it's a violent joke that could kill you. That's why a lot of, like, oh, let them leave, and don't joke with them violently, or joke with them, and always don't ever let them in your house.
I was addicted to nasal sprays natural approach of My Pure Mist.
Avoid drug or nasal spray side effects. Why suffer? Get My Pure Mist at Target or
And
Walgreens and get fast, natural relief today.
you should
My
let
Pure
him
Mist
go
is
because
available at
the
Target,
guys that
Walgreens, and other fine retailers.
I think they
Join
live here,
thousands of satisfied
and
My Pure Mist
everybody's
users.
coming
Get
after
My
him.
Pure Mist at Target today.
But
If you're a homeowner,
But
you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a
what else is
totally
there?
free service that connects you with top-rated
All
home
their
pros
illegal
where you
activity
can
is
compare
just
prices
usually
and book
they
an appointment right
fraud.
online. So
They,
start
I
your
think
home
they
advisor
attack
at
you,
homeadvisor.com.
and then when you're at home and you're busy at work, they just go steal the money, and then they fucking hurry up and ruin it, so you can't ever get the money back. And then their family members come and ask you and to let it go, but they tell them that you owe them, and they actually fucking press charges on the victims. So, and oh yeah, when they take you somewhere else, they lie to you, and they lie about you, and they lie to the person to send you things and help you, and they say it's from them, and then it's their work or their credit. Just like the way they lie about how you like them. That's the best evidence, dude. When they lie about to everyone else how you like them and you help them when you try to help me, but or whoever you sent stuff to, that's the best evidence they're lying about the person. They show, like, you said 2 things and you did it for them? No, dude. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. Those people here that commit those fraud, they always talk about how everybody does things for them, and how everybody likes them.
Aaron Burnett out front. Tomorrow night at 7 Eastern on CNN.
I'm Max Foster live from London. Our top story right now.
And what
is the
else?
police in
So,
Berlin
keeping
are
your distance.
investigating
Don't let your
the truck
family be
crash
around
at
them.
a Christmas market as an act
That's
of
how they're
terrorism.
stealing all the money, dude.
12
They
people killed,
take your
4
family and they
dozen
just
injured.
go
The
place
truck
and
had a
into
Polish
your private
plate, so the
places
passenger
and
found dead inside,
grab
but
and steal
the
everything.
truck cab was a Polish
And then they
citizen.
say
Police arrested a
they're
man
doing it for
near the crash
your
site.
family or some shit.
The US President-elect Donald Trump is speaking about the latest
No.
attacks in Europe. He tweeted on Monday today there were terror attacks in Turkey, Switzerland, and Germany,
What else
and
is
it is only
so
getting worse.
key
The civilized
point?
world must change.
You can
thinking.
remind them
In a
that
separate statement issued on his
rape
behalf,
of
he said
women,
innocent civilians were murdered
attacking
in the
kids,
streets as they prepared to celebrate the Christmas holiday.
attacking young adults
ISIS
is always a
and
trap by
other
someone else, not the
terrorists
family, to kill
continually
you
slaughter Christians
or
in their
hurt you
communities
and your
places of
family,
worship
not the
as
victims
part of their global
or the
jihad.
victim's
Joined
family.
now by Leslie Benjamori. She's a senior lecturer in international
Great.
relations at
So,
SOAS, the University
what else?
of the University of London. It's interesting
Yeah, the
seeing a statement come
trend
out. He was
is they
talking
make
about
you joke
terrorism in general
around
as well.
and they go
No,
kick you,
exactly.
attack you,
He's
and
moved
say
very
it's a joke.
quickly, not only to talk
And
about
then
terrorism,
accidentally you
but
die.
importantly
It's
to
like
talk
that
about
violent
Islamic terrorism, and
assaults or
ISIS to
something,
name
and they
it,
lie.
which is, of course, not what we see from other leaders, not only Germany, but President Obama, really holding back as you would expect and waiting to see what the investigation reveals and what information comes out.
And
But this
usually your
plays
family doesn't
into
like them, dude.
the narrative that
They
we
just
saw
go
Donald
around
Trump
them and they go
constructing
around
throughout
you,
his campaign, which
and they
was
say
that the U.S.
you gotta
the
like them
dominant
better
threat would
because
be radical Islamic
they
terrorism.
don't want
But
to
it's a
get
very
talk to
quick
each
move, I
other
think,
either.
into that sort of narrative.
And talking about it as an attack on Christians, someone see that's quite simplistic. Obviously, it was a Christmas market,
Exactly.
and maybe there was
So
some symbolism in there. But you and I know that these are events enjoyed by everyone. It's a cultural thing as much as a religious.
Yeah, and again, it plays right into this sort of a turn towards sectarianism, which is very dangerous, I think, until there is more known. And even when there is more known, to sort of
so keeping
to
your
frame
distance
it in,
is always good.
in the language of Islam and Christianity is a really quick move, and I think it's not. It's
Say
a
things out
suggestion that he's
loud,
moving very differently from
because
the
when
way that Germany
they
is moving.
lie about you,
And of
they
course,
with the
that
possess hack
creates some
or
problems potentially for cooperation on
the hardware hack,
anti-terrorism with
it
Europe.
don't last for
There are
like
some concerns
a day or two
about
instead of
the
6
initial
months, a
statement,
year,
but then you have
5, 10
the
years.
tweet that
I've seen
follows
family
up.
mad at each other.
This statement is more formal, clearly worked out with other people. His
So
tweet is much
know
more
that y'all love each
language,
other,
right?
dude.
But what do
No,
you
I
think
always
about the
text
fact
that
that
kid.
he's issuing a statement?